Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you guys all out there, wherever you are on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right here in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is international break. Oh yes, it is international break. Ghana, my fellow Ghanaians, well, this weekend stroke next week, Ghana is playing the World Cup qualifying games. 2 games, one against Chad and one against, I have to get my records correct on that. Ladies and gentlemen, but you see, whatever it is, Nigeria equally is playing. In fact, all the African countries or nations are playing in the qualifiers. Yes, World Cup qualifiers this weekend stroke next week. Until next weekend before the players will be returning back to their various clubs. But a lot is in the news. A lot is coming up in the news. Yes, Ghana playing against Chad and Madagascar. Ghana playing against Chad. I think Chad game is on Friday. Then Madagascar should be on either Sunday or so or Monday. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'll try and get the records for Ghana and Nigeria in my later episode this afternoon, and I'll present to you the full details about the World Cup qualifiers that are coming up. Likewise, in Europe and in America, all the players are going to their national teams. Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is. But still, we are on Chelsea. A lot coming up about Chelsea. Quickly, after the game against Arsenal, there has been an abuse case online. Wesley Fofana was abused online racially. Yes, Wesley Fofana was abused on his Instagram page racially. And Chelsea are taking it quite serious. Hey guys, if you are one of those, I believe we have been told that it's the Arsenal fans. It's Arsenal fans that were abusing Wesley Fofana on IG racially. And I'm wondering, Arsenal, don't they have blacks in the squad? Is Saka not a black? So why would an Arsenal fan be attacking Chelsea fan who is a black player? I don't get it. Thomas Partey is equally black, an African for that matter. So I don't understand. If you have that racism in you at all, then you should be abusing your own players. Come on, let's try and avoid these things. It's not good. It's not fair. It is not fair. This racism issue has been on board for several years. I'm happy. Chelsea says the online racial abuse Wesley Fofana received following the loss to Arsenal is abhorrent. Abhorrent and, listen, will not be tolerated. It's abhorrent and it will not be tolerated. We will work with the relevant authorities in identifying the perpetrators and take the strongest possible action. The strongest possible action will be taken against the perpetrators. As we speak, it came up before I came on air that look, Chelsea have already contacted Instagram to fish out. In fact, first of all, to delete the abusive message and to help to fish out the perpetrator. I'm happy Chelsea are taking quick and fast action on this issue. We cannot tolerate it. This game is too beautiful to be abused. I mean, it is a beautiful game. Football is a beautiful game. Dear friends, we don't need to tolerate such at all. All right. Quickly, let's now move to more other news. Paul Merson speaking on Christopher Nkunku and his play. You see, I'm one of those that actually came or went on hard on Christopher Nkunku after Arsenal's game. That I didn't see much of him. But Paul Merson came up with something that struck my mind. And this is what he said. He is an intelligent footballer. Connect things. But the problem is Cole Palmer has been outstanding. I don't think Chelsea were foreseeing Palmer being as good as what he was. Hence, why they bought Nkunku for a lot of money. Now, the fact remains that we bought even Nkunku before buying Cole Palmer. And that at the time that Chelsea was buying Christopher Nkunku, they never foresaw Cole Palmer coming to Chelsea. As a matter of fact, Cole Palmer coming to Chelsea, no one ever thought he would come and become the star of the team. Because this is a player that was not having first team football with Man City. So no one ever thought Cole Palmer was going to, take over last season by storm to become one of the best players last season. No one ever thought about that. Chelsea fans, our hope was rather on Christopher Nkunku because we saw what he was doing in Germany, in the Bundesliga. We saw even in preseason. I saw his combination play with Jackson in preseason in America until the injury. He sustained injury, I think, the last game before the season started. So, I'm not too sure. And that is why I said it yesterday that I would have expected Enzo Maresca, Chelsea's head coach, to make use of Christopher Nkunku in the same role, the same position as Cole Palmer. If they were to play, it's been said that it's the same number, the same position, right? So therefore, now that Cole Palmer is absent, you have to play Christopher Nkunku at that right position. You don't take him to the left side of the field. No. His main position is behind the striker. Play him at that number 10 role. Then when he flops, we can now criticize him. But you see, Enzo Maresca is making the work difficult for us. And for himself, playing players out of position and you expect them to deliver instantly. That's a difficult task. The position is there. And this guy, we know that he's more good in the pocket areas. Cole Palmer is the man that has taken over his position. Now Cole Palmer is injured. Why are you denying the guy his right? If I'm to tell you right now that, oh, it's God that even made Cole Palmer to, first of all, fell ill. Cole Palmer fell ill. Yes, he didn't train for 2 days. Then all of a sudden, according to you yourself, Enzo Maresca, Cole Palmer called and said, I want to help the team, therefore I want to play. Someone who was ill for 2 days, never trained with the squad, called you, the head coach, and said, I want to help the team. Even though you know he didn't train for 2 days. He called that he wanted to help the team. And then you agreed and he came in. We saw his performance. In times when he's supposed to pass and give an assist, he wants to do it by himself because he wants to get more XG. Fine. We lost the game. Right? Even if you want to make use of him, when the game started, Cole Palmer was not in the first 11. Right? Not this one. This one, he was ill. Against Arsenal, he was not involved at all due to a minor injury, we understand. But the game before this one, that is against, is it Leicester? The game before who? Say it. I think so. I think so. I think so. Whether Copenhagen. Yeah, I think so. Cole Palmer came in second half. He came in second half. Yet you played Christopher Nkunku at the wrong position. At the wrong position. When he is available to play at his rightful position, you still play him at the wrong position. Right? Ladies and gentlemen. So, even though we are going hard on Christopher Nkunku, because it is expected that as a Chelsea player, you'll be up and doing. He's been too lackadaisical in some games. Yes, you know, he's been too much of that. He's been very lackadaisical in his play, his style of play, as if he's not happy playing in the shirt. You understand it? So at the end of the day, my conclusion on this Christopher Nkunku issue is that, like I said yesterday, the coach, Enzo Maresca, is Chelsea's problem. It's not the players. The players might be young. They are young, yes. But the coach must take responsibility right now. The coach must take responsibility. And you know, the way he's talking, the head coach, the way he speaks, you know, speaks volumes. Even the players, they are beginning to speak just like him because the coach is saying it. So when the game ended against Arsenal, for the coach to come up and say, oh, Arsenal, there is no difference between Chelsea and Arsenal in both the 2-leg games. The first leg and second leg, there has not been any difference. But the difference is the scoreline. Did we get a 3 points? No. And listen to what Caicedo has to say. For the coach to be speaking that way, the players begin to speak the same way. Listen to what Caicedo has to say. They were working 7 years together and us just 2 years. And we showed our character and we were better than them. I disagree with Caicedo. You are one of my best players, my favorite players. I love you so much. But Caicedo, Moise Caicedo, I disagree with you 100%. That they've been working 7 years and you guys have been together for 2 years. So 2 years is not enough to build a team that has been assembled. 1.4 billion pounds spent. Oh, come on. If the team is failing, these are not excuses that players have to be given. But it's all because of what the coach is saying to the squad. Oh, don't worry, you guys are overachieving. Oh, don't worry, we have lost, but you guys are overachieving. Listen, Maresca had to start accepting his authority in a dressing room, especially during the halftime break. What is called pep talk. Ginger the players, put them at the edge, let them know the back. John Terry wrote something which I read. John Terry says that when you play for the badge and the name Chelsea, your name that is at the back of the shirt, the fans will begin to chant your name. And there's a way he put it. He says, when you play for the badge and the name Chelsea in front of the shirt, your name at the back will never leave the mouth of the fans. I don't know who is getting me here. Your name that is written at the back of the shirt, the fans will never forget that name. Because you played for the badge and for the name Chelsea in front of the shirt. Then your name behind will not be forgotten by the fans. This is what John Terry posted last night. Dear friends, let me move on quickly. Caicedo, please, I don't want to hear you. We respect you, we love you, the fans. We don't want to be seeing this kind of statement from you. We don't want. After all, even Arsenal squad, how many of those same players that were there 7 years that are still here? That are still the current squad. The last 2 seasons, they've let go almost half of the squad. Almost half of the squad. Dear friends, my time is almost up. I'll soon be running up. Enzo Maresca says Chelsea are motivated for the Club World Cup. That one is a must. He said, winner will receive in excess of $100 million, like I told you guys before, potentially as high as $150 million. That's about 120 million pounds. UEFA entrance to get biggest share of 1 billion prize pool. Cole Palmer back to shine in North America in that game, in that tournament that is coming up in July. Chelsea are poised to do well. All our preparations right now, even the transfer market, speaks volume of our plan towards this particular tournament coming up in the US of A. Yes, all Chelsea's plans, Chelsea focus. But you see, the reality of the matter is that Carabao Cup, Newcastle won it 2 days ago. FA Cup, the local teams are still involved. Premier League, 9 more games. 9 more games, and in fact, Liverpool need 9 points. No, they need 16 points to carry the league out of 9 games. Liverpool currently need only 16 points to carry the trophy. And Arsenal are the ones to do the guard of honor for Liverpool's celebration. If they are able to win their next 4 games, they'll carry the league before the season will even end. And it's just about to fall on Arsenal to do the guard of honor for them to lift the trophy. So we are not able to compete in a domestic league or in domestic trophies, and we are talking about meeting Bayern Munich at the Club World Cup. Then we are talking about meeting Real Madrid at the Club World Cup. That is our dream. With this squad, come on, we are going to get humiliated unless we are able to arrange Victor Osimhen or Victor Gyökeres, Real Madrid, with Chelsea facing Real Madrid, something have to send a little bit of, shivering of fear into their spine. Chelsea meeting Bayern Munich, something have to push them. There must be something, they play either on the pitch, and when they look at in those days, when almighty Barcelona or Real Madrid want to meet Chelsea, they'll be praying and hoping that, Didier Drogba will be injured. Michael Essien is not in it. Even Arsenal meeting Chelsea, in those days, they don't want to hear Essien. Because it's like there is Asian always score against Arsenal. There was is it Liverpool? Also Didier Drogba, as Wenger, they don't want to face certain players. They'll be hoping that those players will be on card or they'll be injured. Today, which team is afraid to meet Chelsea? Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, all the top 4 teams. Manchester United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, all these 4 teams. Through the last 26 games among these teams, Chelsea did not win a single. We've lost from last season against these teams, and this season we've lost against them again. It is what it is, dear friends. It is what it is. Quickly, let me run up by saying this. Let me run up here. Friends, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Yes, I'll see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.